Phoenix vor 5 Jahren. Warum warst du so ein Idiot?
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. Wie bitte was? Das ganze Ding? Das kann doch nicht gesund sein. You what?
You
ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah. Ich bin jetzt kein Arzt, aber ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, dass es echt ungesund ist, so eine Glasflasche in kleine Teile zu zerkauen und runterzuschlucken. Aber vielleicht korrigiert mich da jemand. What
is he doing now?
Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not contain any deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So what's he?
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There, it's alright, Lurky. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do, and it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can say that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Huh? Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Mrs. Fay. I totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Doc Swallow.
That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey, it's none of your business.
I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news.
You're lying.
Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab.
Poison?
The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief.
Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Aha, der hat also mehr gesagt, als Phoenix bisher zugegeben hat. Is it true? Did you really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, the defendant is...
Miss Fay, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony,
then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doc Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Phoenix wahrscheinlich. Miss Faye.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore,
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
es kann ja nur Phoenix gewesen sein. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
That's preposterous. After all, it was Doc Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Miss Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. It can't be true. Feeny, what a joke you are. Oh? Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that, but first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with a dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Huh, are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hack to finish up already. I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate prize?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No. You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray.
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
Can I? Hilfe? Hilfe? Hat jemand eine Idee? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible. You can't possibly.
Ich habe auch gerade gedacht, die Cold Medicine ist, die Idee, dass da Gift drin ist, habe ich jetzt überhaupt nicht gehabt. Das ist eigentlich eine ziemlich geniale Idee. Aber, also ich habe eigentlich gerade nur gedacht, dieses Cold Killer Axe ist noch überhaupt nicht vorgekommen. Gut, der Regenschirm auch nicht, aber, Wobei, ich meine, der Regenschirm ist zumindest schon mal vorgekommen, weil der Typ da drauf gefallen ist. Aber das hier haben wir noch nirgendwo präsentiert. Das könnte dann jetzt... Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish your guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Ah, okay, das war jetzt wahrscheinlich der Hinweis gerade. Vor allem, dass there noch so betont rot war.
Well then, Miss Fay, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Aber gut, dass Christian das gerade nochmal geschrieben hat. Ich wäre jetzt vielleicht nicht mal drauf gekommen. Das muss es sein. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Er hat doch auch, oh ja, ich meine, er hat das Mittagessen mit Dahlia wieder gehabt und nach dem Mittagessen war die Medizin weg. Vielleicht hat sie die genommen, um die dann auszutauschen.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Ja, wie gesagt, hat er tatsächlich gesagt. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Natürlich. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doc Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she testified that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doc Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case Doc Swallow. Phew. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one now. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Oh God.
Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Milford?
That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Why, yes?
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Whew. It's finally all over.
I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm wasting pain. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said...
There, it's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hawthorne with my very life.
So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison here, right?
You see,
Yes. And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Yeah, my hair's flying off. Ist sie diejenige, die ihm diese Frisur verpasst hat? Sie hat ihm die Haare vom Kopf geschockt.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll find papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Yeah, genau. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the Deep Ace Attorney Laura, genau.
By the way, Miss Fay,
Yes, Your Honor.
was it just me or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne...
Yeah.
Was it just me or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Because that's a story for another time.
Very well, Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
Ich bin vor allem schockiert, dass er überhaupt eine Tochter hat.
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly. Ah.
Very well then, I guess not. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Bomb.
This court is adjourned.
Oder adjourned. Bin mir nicht sicher, wie man das ausspricht. 3:16 Uhr. Defendant lobby number 3.
Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. Except for all the things you said about your ass.
Good, very good. Not my hammer.
Come on. My hammer's going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Could you Meine Fresse. Mr. Grossberg, do you, maybe think you can stop talking about them? Seriously.
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with a client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking... Yeah, go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue, huh? You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Ja, ich meine, ein anderer Freund ist Larry Butts, also wundert mich nicht. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying, but I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Same as Faye. A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. Yeah, maybe 5 years from now on. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, the greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Wie passend. Kurz vor 11. Oh. Ich hab genau gesehen, dass da Maya war. Ja, ich möchte speichern. Hab ich jetzt gespeichert? Time is 1 a.m. Nein, Moment, ich wollte das doch noch gar nicht starten. Halt, weg, aufhören. Screenshot saved? Nein, das wollte ich auch nicht machen. Ich will doch nur das Menü aufmachen. Darf ich bitte... Hallo, Menü. Warum geht das einfach weiter? Oh, das sieht aus wie Gumshoe. Wir lesen das nochmal nächstes Mal. Ich will eigentlich nur gerade ins verdammte Menü. Ich will keinen Screenshot speichern, was soll der? Warum muss denn hier jetzt so eine automatisch... Ich mache jetzt einfach Alt F4 und gut ist. Ich wollte doch eigentlich nur noch mal kurz ins Dingsbums-Menü. Ins Kapitelmenü. Ich fand, dass das Hintergrundbild vom nächsten Fall wäre vielleicht ein schöner Hintergrund. Sich das nochmal eben anzuschauen, Entschuldigung. Nee. Kann ich nicht einfach hier... Nee, wenn ich auf New Game gehe, bin ich wahrscheinlich... Kann ich hier nicht einfach gucken? Ah, kann ich. Okay, gut. Da sehen wir jetzt auch schon mal den Typen hier. Ich weiß nicht, vielleicht hat der eine oder andere den schon mal irgendwo gesehen. Den sieht man nämlich auch des Öfteren mal in so typischen Ace Attorney Memes und Meme-Videos und so, die man sich vielleicht anguckt, obwohl man noch gar nicht alle Teile kennt. Und dann kommt der auf einmal da und man denkt sich, oh, vielleicht sollte ich lieber ausmachen, den kenne ich noch nicht. Und ansonsten, ich sehe da schon mal Maya und Pearl auch. Cool. Ich glaube, ich erinnere mich auch ungefähr daran, welcher Fall das ist. Ah, und ich glaube, der war ziemlich cool. Da freue ich mich schon mal drauf. Und ja, was hier so passiert ist, sollten wir uns jetzt einfach erstmal im Hinterkopf behalten. Das wird nämlich nochmal relevant sein. Du weißt gar nicht mehr, welche Fälle hier kommen. Also der hier war auf jeden Fall aus einem ganz bestimmten Grund ziemlich cool, den ich jetzt nicht sagen möchte. Da ist ein cooler Twist in dem Fall, an den ich mich bis heute noch erinnere, weil ich den einfach so cool fand. Aber den will ich jetzt natürlich nicht erwähnen. Also da freue ich mich schon mal drauf. Das machen wir dann nächstes Mal.